I was cleaning out my brother's toolbox when I found the phone. Cracked screen, no case, buried under greasy rags. I charged it, and saw texts to my wife. Last night was perfect. When can I see you again? Sent 3 hours after our anniversary dinner. My name's Ethan Carter. And that phone, it belonged to my brother, Ryan. The same brother I raised after our dad died. The same brother who slept on my couch for 6 months when he couldn't pay rent. The same brother who'd been texting my wife while I was fixing cars in the garage below. Ryan and I grew up in a rusty 2-bedroom house in Nowhere, Ohio. Dad was a mechanic, taught me engines, taught Ryan charm. When Dad died of a heart attack at 44, I was 18, Ryan was 13. Mom checked out, drowning in grief and whiskey. So I quit college, took over Dad's garage, and raised Ryan like he was my own. He hated it. Hated the oil stains, the small-town gossip, the way I'd nag him about grades. "You're not my dad," he'd scream. But when his car broke down, when he needed cash, suddenly, I was his hero. Then came Lauren, my high school sweetheart. The girl who brought me lunch at the garage, who laughed at my dumb jokes, who said, yes, when I proposed with a ring from a pawn shop. Ryan was my best man. He gave a speech about true love while winking at the bridesmaids. After the wedding, Ryan started spiraling. Failed sales jobs, maxed out credit cards, and a couple of drunk driving arrests. He'd crash on our couch for weeks, rolling his eyes when I asked for gas money, calling me cheap. But Lauren, she felt sorry for him. "He's family," she'd say. "We can't abandon him." Then, last year, Ryan moved in temporarily after getting fired. Again. I came home early one night, flu sent me crashing, and found him shirtless in the kitchen. Lauren's giggles floated down the hallway. They were passing a whiskey bottle, her cheeks flushed, his hand grazing hers. "What the hell?" I snapped. Ryan smirked. "Relax, bro. Just bonding with my sis-in-law." Lauren rolled her eyes. "You're so paranoid, Ethan." I kicked Ryan out the next day. "Find your own place by Christmas," I said. He called me a hypocrite. Slammed the door so hard Mom's old photo fell off the wall. But Lauren, she didn't speak to me for a week. 2 months later, Ryan showed up with a six-pack and a sob story. "Just need to grab my tools," he said. I let him into the garage, ignoring the pit in my stomach. That's when I found it. The phone was tucked under a pile of oil-soaked rags in his toolbox. A cheap burner. No password. I charged it, hand shaking, while Ryan joked with Lauren in the driveway. The texts popped up first. The first one was from an unknown number. "You looked incredible in that red dress last night. Ethan doesn't deserve you." My stomach dropped. Then I saw Lauren's reply. "You're playing with fire. He's your brother." I could feel my pulse in my ears as the unknown number responded. "Worth it. When can I see you again?" Sent 3 hours after our anniversary dinner. The same dinner where Lauren wore her red dress. The same night she'd fallen asleep early. Scrolling up felt like digging my own grave. Photos. Dozens of them. Lauren in lingerie. Lauren in our bed. Lauren laughing at a hotel bar, with Ryan's hand on her thigh. I stormed outside, phone gripped like a weapon. Ryan was leaning against his car, smirking at Lauren. "This yours?" I growled. He paled. "Nah, man. Must be a customer's." "Bullshit. These texts are to my wife." Lauren froze. "Ethan, it's not." Ryan cut her off, laughing. "You believe her? She's been lonely. You're always at the garage." I threw the phone at his face. He ducked, still laughing, and peeled out of the driveway. Lauren begged, cried, swore it was just flirting. But I knew. This wasn't the end. It was the beginning. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just stood there, staring at Lauren's tears, Ryan's smirk, and that goddamn burner phone. For weeks, I played the fool. Smiled at Lauren's grocery runs. Nodded at Ryan's sales trips. But behind closed doors, I became a ghost. A shadow. A man with nothing left to lose. That's when I made a plan to expose them. First, I installed a camera in the garage. A tiny lens hidden in the clock Dad gave me. Lauren thought I was working late. Really, I was watching. Waiting. It took 3 days. Ryan's car pulled in at midnight. Lauren met him in the garage, wearing my hoodie. They didn't even turn on the lights. The footage was grainy, but I heard every word. Ryan was saying, once he signs the life insurance policy, we're set. Lauren whispered, I'm scared. What if he finds out? Ryan laughed, he's too stupid. Trust me. Life insurance. The policy I'd been avoiding for months. The one Lauren kept nagging me about. What if something happens to you? I'll be broke. Turns out, she wasn't worried about being broke. She was worried about getting caught. After this, my second step was to dig deeper. I rifled through Ryan's duffel bag. Buried under crumpled receipts and condoms, I found it, a forged policy with my signature. $1 million payout. Beneficiary, Lauren Carter. But the real kicker, the emails. Ryan had messaged some shady insurance broker. Make it look like an accident. Car crash, maybe. He's always under those junkers. That's when I knew this wasn't just betrayal. This was a death sentence. I took photos, printed everything, stashed copies in Dad's old safe. Then, I waited. Ryan called that night. Family dinner at Mom's. Let's bury the hatchet. Lauren begged me not to go. He's your brother. Forgive him. I kissed her forehead. Don't worry. I'll be the bigger man. Mom's house smelled like pot roast and regret. Ryan hugged me at the door. Missed you, bro. Lauren clung to his arm, laughing too loud. We ate in silence. Mom rambled about church. Ryan cracked jokes. Lauren stared at her plate. Then, I stood up. Let's watch the game. Ryan grinned. Hell yeah. Bears are gonna crush it. I turned on the TV. But instead of football, I hit play on the garage footage. Ryan's voice boomed through the speakers. Once he signs the life insurance policy, we're set. Lauren dropped her wine. Glass shattered. Mom froze, fork mid-air. Ryan lunged for the remote. It's AI. He's framing me. I tossed the insurance docs on the table. Forged my signature. Planned to kill me. Anything else, bro? Mom picked up the papers, hands shaking. Ryan, is this true? He laughed. You're gonna believe him. He's jealous. Always has been. That's when I played the voicemail. Ryan's voice crackled through the speaker. If he doesn't sign, we'll stage a break-in. Make it messy. Mom slapped Ryan so hard, his head snapped sideways. Get out. Now. Lauren sobbed. Ethan, I'm sorry. He made me. I handed her divorce papers. Sign them, or I take the footage to the cops. Ryan grabbed her arm. Let's go. Now. They fled. Mom collapsed into tears. I sat there, staring at Dad's empty chair. The next day, I leaked the footage to Ryan's boss. Fired by noon. Sent the insurance docs to the police. Arrested by dusk. Lauren tried crawling back. I love you. It was all Ryan. I changed the locks. Last I heard, Ryan's selling used cars in Nevada. Got sued for scamming a widow. Lauren's living in a motel, texting me every birthday. I never reply. Oh, and the life insurance policy. I bought one. Beneficiary, Mom. Ryan's name? Nowhere on it.